Hello! More RuneScape time. I get to immediately at the start here set up a timer because I was in the process of doing a quest called Hand the Sand, which was redeemed by Rampart last week. Hello Lossador, hello Gianni. How are you both doing? Does that look good? Visually, I am fine. I'm visible. All is good in the world. Delightful. Right. Where was I at? What was I doing in this quest? I need to go to Betty in Port Sarim. Okay. Which is going to be best to probably not teleport there, but hey. Want to see your stats at the moment? Hell yeah. How much have you just blitzed past me? Where should you post it? In the gaming part of the Discord server would be the best place. Charter to Port Sarim. That's what I want to do. Cafferby is not Port Sarim. Port Sarim is Port Sarim. Dang, the 60 attack. You can wield the weapon, right? That was the big one. That was the whole point. Very, very nice. Good stats. Good stats. I need to find a Betty. Isn't the magic shop person if it's on how to make a truth serum? That feels like it's in the remit of the magic shop person. Yeah, it is. Cool. Very good, very good. Talk to Betty about Hand and Sand. Says you can make a truth serum. I need an empty vial. Makes a lot of sense. Thankfully I can run over here. Grab one for the bank. You defeated like 800 plus ogres. Oh my god. Did you get a good chunk of ensouled heads while you were at it? You got a few? Good. Good. Because those are juicy experience. Juicy. Baldur's Gate 7? Oh my god. What happened over the weekend while I wasn't paying attention? Hello, Zale. How are you doing? An empty vial. Guys, okay, you need to sleep. Yeah, it's very early in the morning for you, isn't it? At this point. You have no idea what you're for. Do you want to find out by yourself, Lossador, or do you want me to let you know or nudge you in the right direction? You played Baldur's Gate 3 for 6 hours instead of going to sleep. That sounds about right. You'll need a rose-tinted lens. Pink dye can be made from red berries in this bottle to make red berry juice. Then add white berries. Use that on a bullseye lens. Okay, need red berries, white berries, and a bullseye lens. You already sold them? Oh no! You can go to a place in Karend over... Oh my god, where the fuck is it? In, yeah, Great Corrend, which you can do a quest to travel to for free. And then if you go up to this Dark Altar thing, there's a wizard up here who can change your spellbook. And in that spellbook, there's a spell called, like, Reanimation. It allows you to revive the enemy, and then you can fight them again. And if you kill them, you get, I think for ogres, several hundred prayer experience per kill. A whiteberry seed bush planted a bush patch. Okay. Do I have a I do have a bullseye lens. Okay. So I think for the moment, what I'm gonna do is pop everything from my inventory away. Because I'm gonna need to find a bush patch to get myself a whiteberry. Can I even grow whiteberries? That's a whole nother question in of itself. Whiteberries are 59 farming. Good. That's a fat fucking no. God, where do I get whiteberries from? We started construction, then stopped at 22 because it's so damn expensive. It is so expensive. It is inhumane. How expensive it is. Why is your farming level higher than me? Because I typically avoid farming. Because I don't think it's necessarily the most entertaining thing to do in terms of the stream, to be like, right, and now what I'm going to do is run around for an hour and pick up all my farming patches. And it's just, like, that's it, that's all I'm doing. Also, because of the way that you're playing Lotador, it's probably a lot more efficient. Because what you can do is farm, play for a bit, farm, play for a bit, farm. And then you can just keep playing for a long period of time, right? I only play in 4-hour segments, which only gives time for like 2 things to grow, even if I was hard working on farming. Whereas if you're playing like even in 6 hours or something, it gets way quicker. We started a new one with swashbucklers. Swashbucklers are cool. They're fun. Yeah, if you play in longer segments, I think farming gets easier and easier to level up the longer the segments of which you play in. Yeah, you've got almost as far in 3 weeks as I have in nearly a full year, Lotador, to give some, like, frame of reference. Obviously, I only play a small amount, and I have less I'm not using any resources or anything like that. And I'm on an Iron Man, and you're on a regular account, and that's going to make a lot of difference as well. But just for a frame of reference. A filthy regular account? There's nothing wrong with regular accounts. Regular account's the smart way to play the game. Instead of being like, how the fuck do I get a white berry? Like I am right now. Yeah, the big problem I had, that you might not necessarily have had as well, is I functionally, as far as I knew, other than monster drops, had literally no way to get seeds until I hit like 20 thieving or something. I just couldn't get any seeds at all. Which is not necessarily conducive to quick farming progress as well. You turned Gale into a Blade Singer, but so far done nothing with it. You might swap to Evocation. Blade Singer, I will never understand that. I just don't understand it, full stop. I never will. It's cool. But why would you ever want to put the worst hit dice class in the entire game into melee range? Or this just kills the wizard. That's all you end up. You just end up with a dead wizard. It sounded cool. Yeah, that's the thing. It sounds really cool, but then you realize from a practical perspective that putting D6 hit dice into melee range is just kind of a fucking terrible idea. Hello, Moose. How you doing? Your current run, you have a full party with modded classes. Ooh, very nice. You got stuck in Act 1. I haven't even played the bloody game. Oh no, don't eat the potatoes. It's very strong. It's just a case of like, it's really strong, but wizard hit points. Hello, Skullbot. How you doing? Good to see you. Of course, it's 1080p 60 FPS only today. Oh, is it really? That's a bummer. I can't say I'm terribly surprised, though. You do get extra AC. I find that once you reach a certain level in D&D, and maybe this is not true with Baldur's Gate 3, but once you reach a certain level in D&D, AC kind of just stops existing. To be honest. It's either like they rolled a natural one so you don't get hit, or you get hit. Maybe Baldur's Gate doesn't get that far, I don't know. But when stuff's getting like, you know, plus 12s to its attacks, If they roll an 8, even with like boosted AC, they're probably still gonna hit you. For a wizard tank, Abjuration is the way. Abjuration is really good. You get a shield, right? With Abjuration, every single time you cast an Abjuration spell. I must admit, I don't really know what the Abjuration spells are like in terms of usefulness. So I don't know if that's practically a good benefit, but... I am always happy and down to see a wizard who is not evocation. It's always just exclusively evocation wizards, unfortunately. Focus on increasing AC early on, you can make yourself pretty much invincible. Well, if you ignore the fact that saving throws exist, yeah. That's always the thing, and I don't know, maybe it's less of a thing in that game because of the way that it's not a reactive DM, but like... After a while, it becomes, well, they're literally unkillable other than saving throws, so... Because enemies are not stupid most of the time, they're not going to attack them other than with saving throws. They'll waste a few attacks for sure, but... Yeah, that boosts AC usually also boosts saving throws. That's a Baldur's Gate 3 thing then, for sure. I have like a 50-50. Yeah, it's because the numbers are really low. The like average viewer number is below 10, so... Because I stream at fucking terrible times. And I don't play the games that people know me for. It's not well balanced once you understand where the good gear is, yeah. I mean, even more so than D&D in general, I feel like people treat Baldur's Gate more so less than like a roleplay type game, and more so like a power fantasy. Seems to be my general impression. What do I do about these berries, hey? Should I look it up? And that's fine. Oh, 100%, yeah. It's just the logic that I have for D&D cannot apply to Baldur's Gate at all. And the way that I would want to play Baldur's Gate, I think just wouldn't work because of the way that people play it. Seems to be my general idea, which is a big reason why I'm hesitant about getting it. What do I want to do? Whiteberry. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna do it. I'm a horrible human being. The option is get fucked. Cool. Nice. Am I afraid of the backseating? To a degree, yes, but also what I think is going to happen is that people are just going to get pissed off with the way in which I play the game. So I just don't think it's going to be fun to play because people are just going to be annoyed constantly. At which point, like, I'd rather just play it solo by myself at some point, you know? If it's an RPG, that's the point. Yeah. Logic doesn't work on human beings. The idea of I'm the one playing the game, I'm gonna play it the way I want, doesn't work when people are just like, you're doing it wrong! You haven't reloaded 50 times to succeed on the skill check! You're locked out of this really cool quest line that gives you the Insta Demon Slayer 9000 that vibrates as well. My favorite weapon. I just don't care, you know? If you fail a check, for me, you fail a check. Like, that's just how it works. Especially if I'm playing through it blind. But it kind of seems like the game might be set up in a way where that's not an option. At least the way I hear people talk about it. So I don't know. I don't know if I ever really want to play it. On stream, at least. Also, it's long, right? 51 moss giants. Oh, hello. Have I killed over 100 moss giants? There's hill giants. Moss giants? Moss giants? Where are you? I've killed exactly 100 of them. Moss giants did have a chance to drop the ever elusive thing. Let me open the RuneScape wiki, because I believe they could only drop it above ground. If I am not mistaken. And I might as well attempt to get friggin' lucky. You know? I mean, I love D&D combat to death, to be honest, so. But that's the thing, right? I love D&D combat to death. And I don't know if I'm going to experience D&D combat. I'm going to experience Baldur's Gate 3 combat, which might be brilliant. It might be just as good. It might be better. But it's a hard, like, mental hurdle to overcome, you know? Let me just check on this one here. Nature Talismans. Talisman is dropped where the player is located on the map. A Nature Talisman will drop above ground. Chaos Talismans will drop below ground. Okay. Just trying to see if there's a very convenient place, but it doesn't really seem like it. There's a moss giant island west of Brimhaven, apparently. Where the fuck is Brimhaven again? This is Brimhaven. You can jump to this, apparently. Somehow. A rope swing of which you do not need rope. Okay. Cool. Delightful. But yeah, I would really like to play it to a degree, but I'm also just very worried about, especially if I wanted to play it on stream, I think it's going to be a bit of a shitstorm. We've got a lot of people who really love that game. Summers really loves it. You really love it. I'm sure there's others that I just can't think of right now. And then to have me bumblefuck through it the way that I bumblefuck through everything, I think is going to be an incredibly frustrating experience to not backseat. Just run past like 3 PC or NPCs who all have incredibly useful items, especially for the build that I'm doing, and it's just like... Yeah, I'm not terribly too worried about backseating from like a greater perspective, because I feel like it's very rare that people kind of pop into the stream at this point, so that's not going to be terribly too much of a problem. Ooh, an easy task encounter. Convenient. I believe I wanted to get myself to 50 attack. Oh, there's cake on this island. Well, that's convenient. There's floor cake. I won't need to heal. They made a statement on what they're doing with PC performance on Wilds. Yeah. Did they now? Better than nothing? No, it is nothing. I disagree. Making a statement is nothing. At this point, when you've left it for... How many months has it been? Monster Hunter Wilds release date. The performance has been untouched for nearly 6 months. Making a statement is nothing until it's done. Until they've implemented it. It means fucking nothing. As far as I'm concerned. Once they implement it and it works great, kudos. At that point, they deserve it. They've already acknowledged it. In a sub-note of a side section of a fucking developer blog. They've already said that they know that there's PC problems. So they're just acknowledging it again, as far as I'm concerned. Like, what's the difference? You know? Let me find my PMs with Oni. They acknowledged it on the 31st of March. Still haven't done anything. Since on the 31st of March, they acknowledged that they were working on it. Kind of just don't think it's acceptable, you know? Obviously, everyone's allowed their own tolerance and all that stuff, but that seems pretty fucking out of order to me. We've acknowledged the thing, but we're gonna leave it untouched. I mean, they wouldn't be the first company, right? They've reduced the CPU impact of anti-cheat measures by 90%. That's not the problem. I mean, that will help overall, but that's not the issue. The issue is to do with the fact that there's some sort of like weird memory leak, pseudo memory leak thing going on where like the game doesn't store textures properly. Is it not? I'm pretty sure I've heard that from multiple sources at this point. That and horrid CPU load? Why? Just why? Why? Why are you like this? Why are you doing this? A la Dogma 2? Yeah, it's almost like the engine is not appropriate to play open world games in. A lesson they should have learned. It is nice that they've said something, I suppose, but Dogma 2 was already at the end of Wild's dev cycle. Released, yes. They've known about that for ages. You can't try and pull that one, right? They would have known that that was an issue with the engine a few months into development on Dragon's Dogma 2. And that's being generous. Because it would have been apparent. Pre-optimization and all that stuff. That would have been really, really fucking obvious. You can tell even pre-optimization though, Mace, because you can know that something's meant to be running at like 15, but it's running at like 5. You know? And these are people with experience out their asses. It's not like they're newbies to game dev, so they'd be able to tell signs that we don't even know, right? If it's gonna work or not. These are experienced gang of peeps. $49 attack. I'm gonna put myself onto strength to get that one final strength level that I forgot to get. / I miscalculated because I'm a muppet. I am glad for the PC players who still care. I think it is way too little too late. To be honest. They've already burned too many bridges. You got those Moss Giants as well? 79? Dude, I wish I got 79 of them. That would have been great. That would have been fan-fucking-tastic. The more of these I have to kill, the fucking better. They're easy to kill. I can flick them if need be. Dude, these ones spawn cake near them, which is amazing. They're above ground, so they can give me nature talismans. These guys are fucking fantastic. I would have to get disgustingly lucky for the nature talisman. Let's not pretend that that's not true, but... Oh, the 11 hits. The 11s. The 11s. Going over here at the moment, but to a different world. Good stuff. It's all rather rudimentary, not what I want, irrelevant. It's probably the closest word to what I want anyway, because, doesn't matter if the game's the worst made thing in the fucking world, right? As soon as they release the DLC, everyone's gonna be jerking it and slobbering over it immediately again anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. The unfortunate reality of the matter. They put like one new monster, one returning monster in the first trailer, and everyone's pogging out of their fucking minds. Completely forgotten all the performance issues. Because, I don't know, Zenoga's there or something. It's always Zenoga. You love Wilds? As many bridges as they've gone through, you hope everyone gets a good version by the time it's said and done with. That's fair. Thankfully for you, it kind of doesn't matter to a degree as well, right? Because you're on console, so you can get away with it to some degree compared to PC peeps. Still nicer to have the larger player base if you want to do multiplayer with, which is always good to have, but yeah. Dude, these cakes are so nice. I love this place. This place is fucking fantastic. You hope the legacy of it won't be a game that never learned how to run decently. It won't. Not for the majority of people. Because the unfortunate, to a degree, trend is that people just won't remember. It's kind of the legacy right now. People won't remember. As soon as the DLC is announced, people just won't remember any of this shit. It sounds so like doomy in a way, but it's just proven. You know? Assume it runs by the time the DLC comes out. I truly don't think it would matter, Mace. Genuinely. I think all the people who have optimization problems and performance problems would still buy it. They'd still play it all the way through. And then they'd start complaining about the optimization again. Complain the whole time they're playing it. They'd still play it. The Legacy is still a badly optimized game. Depends what you mean by legacy, because give it enough time, people won't remember that. They'll just remember the fights and stuff. Exactly, Skullbot. It had like what? How many players at one time? It was over 1 million, right? I mean, if you mean we in regards to me as well, mate, that's never gonna happen. Or if that's just a general we, then fair enough. There's a community, right? There's a whole kettle of fish to unpack there as well, but I don't think we need to get into that one. It's not the kind of game you can come back to? It depends. I think it's fine if you come back to it in an endgame perspective, but not in a, not in a replay perspective at all. It's terrible for it. Just by design, it's terrible for it. World was absolutely horrendous for it as well, but it got good enough with cutscene skip as well, though. So maybe if people make it so that you can skip the like walking segments, it would be a lot more reasonable in that regard. It also depends a lot on how they deal with the high rank to master rank transition. Because that's going to prove problematic also. It's toxic, but you hope we can toxically remember what else is fun. I mean, I think the problem is going to be potentially, Mace, that the people that you would potentially want to play with as a community at large won't be playing Monster Hunter anymore. Because it's become so horrendously toxic. Because that's the issue. Hey, Weiss. How you doing? You didn't get a notification of the stream, so you're late? That's unfortunate. Silly Twitch. How you doing, Weiss? Are you not bleeding from the fingers today? I hope there is not blood streaming out of you at this point today. You show the sword in action. I think I at least will avoid that, because hopefully, mayhaps, I will get it for myself eventually, and then I would like to get the excitement from using it, you know? Fandoms at their base are toxic as fuck. You've never seen a healthy fandom. See, what do you mean by fandom? Because every time I hear the word fandom, it's almost specifically referring to books. So I don't... Do you just mean like the community in general? Any kind of media can have a fandom? Okay, yeah, so it's just a community. It's just a different word. I never heard Undertale referred to as a fandom. I've only ever heard it in the context of, like, book people. Although I kind of just ignored everything to do with Undertale. I fled for the fucking heels when it came to that thing. You You're gonna stop going climbing for a week or two to let your skin heal? That's probably a good idea. I approve of this self-care, well done. Fandom usually refers to the hardcore group of fans who are normally toxic. Yeah, well, that kind of always gets that way. But the problem is, at least in my opinion, and in at least a few other content creators' opinions that I happen to know for Monster Hunter, is that it's not a fandom in that case. If that's how we're going to refer to it by that logic stipulated there, it is the default. Now, and it is. It's always been bad for Monster Hunter in high-end content. It's always been terrible for it. But when World came along, and it's not because of new hunters or whatever, right? That's not the point. But a lot, if not all, of the YouTube content surrounding that game is either blind playthroughs or it's meta-gear. And it's that like hardcore split between like you're either completely casual or you're a sweat lord that has become a big problem. Where it bleeds into like normal lobbies all the time. Not to even get into veterans. Disgusting term. The old players, and so yeah, exactly. The fact that we even feel like some degree of need to segregate Fifth Fleet hunters by calling them like New World is just inherently bad, right? But then the fact that that's also become a thing of like they refer to themselves as that because they don't want to be associated with the older people, and it's just a fucking disaster. It's just a mess. It's just a big old mess. Send Twitch an email begging for selectable qualities. I don't know if Twitch has any capacity to really do anything about it, Mace. To be dead honest with you, I think it's just an automated system. That does it based off of your importance to them making money. That's not what they'll phrase it as, but that's functionally what it is. Is it a struggle in terms of loading, is it? Do I need to set my default settings back down to 720? Once again. After all this time, gotta go back down to poopy settings again. Getting a lot of seeds from these guys, by the way, which is great. It's sad. Is the concise summary, to be honest. It's sad. It sucks to think that something that's been such a large part of, you know, at least for me, my life, is functionally gone to the degree at which I enjoy it, and what is left is just tainted by the general consensus around it now. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Echoes like, oh, you wonder how that'll play out? I'm sure it'll be fine. I know that, in theory, I know that I am roughly 3/4 of the way through the game, so, while I do think it will be suffering, I am nearly there. I still think it's gonna suck to some degree, because I think the game is kind of badly designed in terms of combat. Slash, maybe that they just expect you to grind like a hell of a lot, and I just haven't at all, using the dungeons. So that's, you know, a bit shit. Your memory serves after the tower? So like I won't be played till final act? Yeah, yeah. That is what I had assumed. The problem I have is that the tower is too difficult. Because they've designed it in a way that's just pure fucking misery. Just absolute pain and suffering. The way they designed that thing, it's so mean. So incredibly mean. We'll make it so everyone inside is a mage. And that they all have really high stats. Which makes a degree of sense, because it's the end of the game. But then we'll also make it so every single ground tile gives positives to defense and avo. Which is wonderful. Until you factor in the fact that they're all mages. Which means magic ignores terrain effects. And because they're all mages, they all have really high resistance, which means you can't really use magic back at them. How fun. Incredibly cruelly designed. Fire Emblem? Yeah. The thing that annoys me is not necessarily that the magic users are a big threat. The thing that annoys me is that the magic users at the end of the game have the same defense value as my melee troops do. The physical defense is equivalent to that of a fucking... whatever the anti-magic warrior is called. A Dread Knight? I can't remember. Which is just batshit insane, to be quite honest. You got through it, so can I. Didn't you do it when you were way younger though, Mace? Yeah, so I can doubly do it? No, the opposite applies there. When you're young, you're an idiot. Modern day me struggles through Freedom Unite. Child me loved Freedom Unite like it was a fucking sibling. Which is not necessarily a great analogy, but it was my best friend. Charles, you didn't have anything better than Freedom Unite? Yeah, exactly. And child, you probably didn't really necessarily know any better with Fire Emblem as well. Whereas I've played Blazing Sword and all of that stuff. Three Houses, Engage. Although, to be honest, at certain points, Engage might actually be worse than Echoes has been, in my opinion. In terms of frustration. Why are you eating ground cake from a moss giant? Don't question my life choices. Just let me live the way I want to live. Tasty, tasty ground cake. All caked up on a Tuesday afternoon. Hey! Oh shit, I'm gonna die. You want to play Three Houses again? I managed to play my save in Three Houses till just after Ramaya Village, I think, with the Blue Lions. And then I remembered, further compounded by having recently played Fire Emblem Engage, I fucking hate the monastery. And I just stopped playing. It was Ramaya Village. It's a mission where there's a whole bunch of, like, civilians. On the map. Then you have to save them because they've been driven insane or trying to attack you or something. By the big bads. Those who slither. And there's some of them who are not insane and you can save them from around the corners. It's like mission 4 or 5 or something. Don't know. Wasn't that just before Papa Geralt dies? He dies a little bit later on, I think. Oh, really? Come on. I hit twice in a friggin' row. It's just rude. Why are we buffering? Thank you. A mithril spear. Neat. That can be a low-level alchemy. You don't hate the monastery because you don't need to do it all. It's just like, it's just boring. I understand the point of it to be the break and the gameplay loop and whatnot, but it's frustrating to have this thing over your head. I don't like it in Engage either at all, where like I am screwing myself in combat because I'm not fucking around fishing for 5 hours out of combat. Because I could have put my instructor level up, and if my instructor level was higher, I could have done more activities, which would have meant that people would be higher levels. My bonds would be better. Blah, 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 blah. It feels really annoying to be, like, screwing yourself, basically. They improved it in a way in Engage, which is nice, where, like, you can just fast travel basically directly to any of the activity sites, which is really helpful. But then they also made it so much worse in Engage with, like, why the fuck does Somi need to be there? He's cute. Great. Why? Because the shards are so important. The bond shards. So, like, you kind of, if you want to feel good and, like, you're spending your time in the Somnia world, you kind of have to go and pet him and feed him every mission. Because he shits out, like, 400 shards for you. But it takes so long. Right, well, I get disgustingly lucky. My 1 in, what is it? 1 in 1,265. I've killed 42 of them. Nature Talisman. Oh. Oh, I didn't get it. But I asked for it and everything. Wah. Little bit too into Waluigi there. Wah. Somi's base, Somi should take 3 times as long. It feels like, I don't know. I like mechanics where you can do stuff like that and go around and, you know, pet the animals and have a look at the animals and all that stuff. It feels contrived, I think, is my issue with it. Like, it's designed to waste your time between missions, and you can kind of tell that that's the point. Like, we're not here and doing this because it makes sense. We're here so that you can waste the time to refill the, like, thing. That's the only purpose. There's no need for me to run over to each dog individually to pick up the thing. You could either put them in one pile, or it could just automatically be like, your animal's found. But nope. Run to each individual dog. Shut up and enjoy it. The Somnial takes less long than the Monastery, but they made the Somnial way more boring somehow. It's because the characters aren't as interesting. The monastery is not necessarily super fun to do, but when you interact with the characters around the monastery, at least you enjoy that, because the characters in free houses are enjoying, or are enjoyable, and or just characters in some cases, like Lorenz. They have personalities. Everything in Engage feels like caricatures. They're not real. They're this exaggerated facsimile of what they're meant to be rather than a real person. Kill 31 werewolves. Delightful. Back over there, eh? That means flicking time. Da, 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 da. We do not need Lorenz. Lorenz can stay where he is in the bin. Where he belongs. Fucking Lorenz. Lysithia? I liked Lysithia. Lysithia is one of those where it makes sense why she is the way she is. And I don't know if I get that feeling from a lot of people in Engage. Personally. I'm sure there's more to Hortensia, but at least at first glance and up until this point that I've been traveling with her, her entire character arc is just I have daddy issues. And everyone thinks I'm cute, thus I get away with everything. Like, that's it. There's not even like a hint of additional depth. That's just her. That's a whole character. And there's potentially more if you get all the way, but it doesn't feel like there would be. So whenever you go to a Somnio and then you interact with the characters, it's just not interesting. I understand that that game is probably just the fucking worst to balance as well. The balance in that game must fucking suck from a developer perspective. But man, sometimes it's just not fun. In both directions. Like, it's always funny for a while when Louis tanks an entire mission by himself. But after a bit, it becomes like, well, why do I even bother? Louis can just win the entire mission by himself. As long as there's not more than, like, 4 mages. There's no snakes here. Bro, you can take like half a platoon of mages. You can, yeah. And I've very intentionally made that the case, you know, so it's entirely my fault, but it feels like the way that they compensate for it is every map has reinforcements. Every single map has reinforcements, and multiple waves of them. Or everyone just has silver weapons. So if you're not one of the busted OP people, like, good fucking luck. Like if you're Etty, as I call her, because Etier is ridiculous. What's she meant to do? Just what is she meant to do? When your squad is made of modern day tank Louis with fucking explosive cannon and all. You know, dodge out of his ass protagonist, Yanaka who doubles everyone before they even get a turn against her. Ulcrest has Luna. Luna's fine. Yeah, your Luna's fine as like an ability. There's nothing wrong with it necessarily, but like for any other archer, how are they meant to stand up to that? In your squad? Who are you gonna rock? The archer who gets sniper, which is like plus 5% crit or something? Plus 20% crit? That's from a ring, Mace. I can give that to Ulcrest if I want to. Yeah, that's from S Cloud. From an emblem ring. It's called Wind God. If the person is at full health, they gain +1 range on range attacks. No, her personal skill is completely useless. If someone uses a healing item within 2 tiles of her, she gets like +5 strength next turn or something. Is what her personal skill is, if I remember correctly. It's dog shit. Oh, 2 11s in a row. Look at that. You think you gave Wind God to Fogado, so you had a mounted archer with extra range. Very fair. What the hell is Fogado? The Prince of Soul? Oh, yeah. I feel like I barely remember the characters after the first 2 regions, because I just got rid of them all. Other than the emo girl, who I don't even know her name. Penance, that's it, yeah. Slayer 50. I can now kill Bloodvelds. Good shit. Please. And I'm like well aware that Free Houses has just as many things that you can do that are completely broken. With like, I think there's an ability called Retribution or something where like if you're really low health, you will attack first rather than like if you get attacked, you attack before the other person does or something. No, that's not it. There's an ability where if you're really low health, you just hit like a fucking truck. You're basically guaranteed to one-shot anyone. And then there's another ability, which is if you're standing next to someone, you basically tank all the hits for them. Which means you can just make a one-shot machine. Felt like you had to look for them more, rather than just like, is Louis stack defense? Is Yanaka stack speed? Like the most common logic abilities you could put on, basically. Any troglodyte could figure out stacking defense on Louis is smart. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It is insane how high his strength skill has gotten, though. I don't know how that one managed to happen. Maybe I gave him some, like, strength buffs. I don't recall, to be honest. But the fact that he can one-shot mages in retaliation is just fucking ridiculous. You ditched Louis real quick. Are you regretting it after seeing me play through now? I love the knights, man. The knights are so good. You're not? Wow. He's so fantastic, though. Could have something as cursed as fucking Ike protagonist, which is just so wrong. So silly. You need your Zoomer for me, you don't seem some 4 movement peasant. To me, or peasant, sorry, that says a rune Madhelm. Sorry? Hello? It's a tasty little defense upgrade. Well, hey. That's not humongous because it's a med helm rather than a full helm, but fucking yes, please. Nice. Another piece of rune equipment under my belt. I wonder what the drop rate is on that. I got him at 5 movement, to be fair, Mace. Because I gave him the, like, +1 movement thing. You were on casual, so Ike was essentially a suicide vest. Yeah, yeah. Run up, use Great Ether, and then die the turn afterwards because it doesn't matter anymore. Hey, Garu. Thank you very much for the like. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Dude, I want to know what that rune med helm drop rate is. I haven't killed 100 of them, but I just want to know what the drop rate is because I hit it. I wonder if that was disgustingly lucky. That's the spice, right? So yeah, he's as quick as a normal character is now. Which makes him really usable. Obviously that's way funnier to put on a horse or something though, to give him even more movement. Although now that I finally have, what's his name back? The movement guy? Sigurd? I could maybe put Sigurd on Louis. As like the final person to have on Louis. Killing the totally secret werewolves again. Yeah, I got to kill 22 of them. 22 more of them. I think I had to kill like 40 something to begin with. Can't remember. I got another helmet upgrade from these guys. I got a rune medium helmet. Now? Do you not think that's a great person to put on him to end with though, right, Mace? Like I have Erica on him until Erica can give him gentility, so that he takes like 5 less damage from every single damage source. So he's truly just immortal. And then I put Sigurd on him. So he can zoom around the battlefield. A 54 strength. Big boy numbers. BTMB2 supposedly has a release date now. Oh, really? What's the date? Not confirmed, but supposed leaks say October 21st. Okay. Intriguing. Intriguing. You gonna go swim some more? Enjoy? Not before you redeem agility. You're gonna sod off and make me do agility when you're not even here? Wow. What the fuck? Crimmy would be proud. Crimmy would be happy that you redeemed agility, that's very true at least. Just denying me my new armor. I kind of want to look up the drop rate for the rune med helm, but also like I'm scared if there's a different piece of rune equipment on there, I'll see that it's there, and then that's spoilers. I haven't killed enough of them. Even when I'm done, it's gonna put me at 84. So fucking good, man. So fucking good. Ah. The fact that I have access to a monster that can drop at least one piece of rune equipment is a fucking delight. Because if I get lucky enough that another one of those drops, I can frickin' high alchemy it, and how much is that shit worth in terms of money? Examine this bad boy. 11,000 on high alchemy. Fantastic. Half pays back the sword. Half pays back the friggin' sword. Brilliant. The amount of time it takes to kill all these werewolves, by the time Mace has got back, I won't even have moved on to the agility yet anyway. Because I'm gonna kill all these guys first. I brought a sword. I did buy a sword. The sword I'm using now, is a rune sword instead of a adamant scimitar, which I had before. Because the best way to get my combat level up is to train my melee stats. But training my melee stats with the scimitar was just bad. There's no other way to put it. It was just bad. So I decided that maybe, for the sake of speed, I should invest 20,000 gold, so much money, into buying a sword for melee training. And it increased my max hit by 2. Which is, you know, really nice. Since the amount of damage you deal in an attack is the amount of experience that you gain. Having 2 more max hit is relatively significant. Not to mention the fact that it just generally has a better attack value, which means I hit more often, which makes my effective DPS higher. By a lot. So, very good. Very good. I am wondering if I should get myself to 50 attack. And then work on my defense afterwards. Whoops. Mess up the time there. Good stuff. These guys do drop a lot of helmets. Oh, the max hit 12 with the strength pots on? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's the good shit. He's dropped a pretty decent amount of money, to be honest. It's funny how, like, the giants are so easy to kill, but they're worth, like, so much more money. 156,000. Actually, they're worth about the same amount of money. That's interesting. Intriguing, intriguing. Despite the fact that these guys are level 88 instead of level 50 something. If that. Not all drop tables are created equally. The 12 hit. How many more of these have got to kill? 17. Then I'll go do Mace's agility. Then I can continue my march onwards to 70 combat. I'm really intrigued at how that's actually looking. I've nearly got a hit points level, which is brilliant. $65.7. So once I've got this defense level and this hit point level, I will go up to the next combat level. And then I just need 4 more. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Good. Kind of want to set up quick prayers and also put this. This on there as well. I think that's the correct one. Yeah, increases your strength. Is there an increases your attack one? It's the brain. The brain one. Okay. Because the attack cycle is synced with these guys, I can put all 3 of those on at the same time. I'll block their attack and increase my own stats all at once. It's very noisy now. So much noisier than it was before. I hit 13s though. Is there a way to turn specifically that sound effect out? No, it's just like disgustingly high compared to everything else. Because it turns everything down. Why? Why are you like this? Okay. Okay, maybe we give up on that idea for the sake of my friggin' sanity. Could turn this back up. I really need to not miss one of these flicks right now, because I can die. From any attack. Don't know why I had the balls to check my hit points. My experience remaining. I think I will get the level, though, from this. Good. Is timing the attack important in combat? Well, if it gets synced like this, at least I find it easier. So, because prayer is a limited resource, right? It runs out, and then the only way to redeem it is to go back to a chapel or something to get it topped up. If I can get the enemy's attack synced with my attack, I find it easier to time, at least, when I can flick my prayer on and off. And if my prayer is only on specifically for the moment the enemy hits me, and then I turn it off again, it will never drain my prayer points. Because I think the way the game is coded to drain them is like every set amount of time that it's been on for. I don't know, 2 seconds or something. But if I just flick it on, take the attack, then immediately flick it off again, it's never on for 2 full seconds. Which means I'm functionally immortal against this enemy. As long as I prayer flick correctly. Which I miss sometimes, as instanced by that moment there. So the timing of my attack, at least at the moment, isn't necessarily important, but the timing of the enemy attack is. Prayer's a defensive thing. Prayer gives you a whole bunch of different buffs. The one that I'm using is a defensive one. So you can see in here, like, increases your attack by 15% and it drains 1 point of prayer per 3 seconds. These are the ones that I use mostly. Protection from melee, missiles, and magic. Just, you don't take damage from those respective things. Bar, I think bosses can hit through them, but it still reduces the damage. But there's some other things as well, like, restoration for non-hit point based stats quicker, so if an enemy drains your stats you can get your stuff back quicker. This increases hit points specifically. Magical attack and defense. I think some of the latter ones are a bit funkier, yeah. Heals you when damaged and your health goes below 10%. Inflicts damage to nearby opponents if you die. A quarter of the damage dealt is also removed from the opponent's prayer, so that's like a PvP thing, I suppose. Boosted stats last longer. A whole bunch of buffs. You almost died to a low rank Tetsu. Hey, Tetsu can fuck you up a low rank, man. He hits hard. Especially if you've skimped out on armor by the time you get to him. Because you want to build his armor. He can be quite the menace. Good. Get off that menu now. I want to do this. Why do some of your attacks do 0 damage? Is it a dice roll? So it's because I miss, I believe. It is all a dice roll, like you roll your attack against the enemy's defense. So usually, if I hit a 0, it means that they blocked it, basically. There's a very rare instance where you can manage to just roll a 0 on your damage. But if it's a blue hit splat, it means you missed. You skipped everything? Yeah, that'll be why. So yeah, the better my attack skill, in this case, the higher likelihood I will have of hitting him, and also of hitting him harder. But the thing that determines my maximum amount of damage that I can deal is my strength score with melee. With my defensive stat, and also obviously just my armor being the logic that dictates how it hits me. It's attack versus all of my defensive stats. And then if I've got prayer up, at least against these guys, they can't damage me. God. Ugh. The Jaggy Sword and Shield looks cool, just a big knife. Yeah, the Jaggy Sword and Shield's a good one. I like his longsword as well. I like the sheath for it. Good sheath. I think the longsword itself is relatively standard, just kind of like longsword with jaggy bits on it, but the sheath is nice. Another rune medal! Yes! That's 11,000 gold! Werewolf functionally just dropped 11,000 gold. Oh my god. Give me werewolves again. This is the best task. I don't even care that it takes forever. These guys rule. Oh, yes! Is it the one that upgrades into the Goble one? I think so. It's got like the fully purple sheath to it. Is it the canine katana? Or is that something else? Canine like a tooth? Not sure. That name just popped into my head, but I think that's just a generic longsword name. Hey, 58 hit points. Happy days. Right before I get the defense level as well. 49 defense. Combat 66. That trio of levels. Oh. Stonks. It is the canine katana. Well done, Brain, for pulling that out of somewhere. I think I'm gonna switch to stab. Just to get my attack up to 50. Because it's kind of really annoying me that it's on 49. Although I'm not gonna do that against these guys. Unfortunately. Okay. Did the combat base 55? It's coming along, man. It's coming along. It's appearing. Hell yes. It's so insane, man. To think that I'm getting there. I'm becoming a real boy. I do not need 5 raw chickens. Thank you very much, Mr. Werewolf. You and your 5 raw chicken drop. Whatever the fuck you're doing with those things. Only got to kill 6 more of these. And then I'm done with this task. And I've gained another combat level. Only 4 more. I get that a little bit closer. All the time. I do unfortunately need 1 attack level. And then probably 2 defense levels to get to 67. Dude, getting to 70 is going to be legitimately difficult. If I've been doing this with range the entire time, I need 16 range levels to get to on par with my melee stats. That is bonkers. Hopefully, to some degree, I'm going to do the rest of this with defense, because I would actually like to be able to wear, you know, better armor. And I don't know how the armor logic works with range. Does it show it in here? Because I think it just shows, like, metallic, right? Yeah, it does. I don't know what I need for dragon hide. I think it is just 40, but it might be more. Does it show it under here? Armor? It does. 40 defense, with 40 defense, even for like red. Even for black, it's 40 defense. Okay, cool. So technically don't need it for that, but getting closer to 70 would be cool, just in case I manage to do some barrows at some point. Get some barrows armor. That would be fun. Unsurprisingly, I have such a better time of hitting these guys when I've got accurate and the potion buff on, compared to when neither of those things are true. Turns out plus 10 attack is pretty good. Strange. Two rune man helm drops. Dying. Dying. It's gonna be like a 1 in 16. I've killed 80 of them. I'm just super unlucky. I'm gonna hold off. I will almost certainly get another werewolf task, so I'm gonna hold off looking that up until I do. As much as it kind of pains me a bit. Also a bit sad that Hand in the Sand turned out to be quite the menace to complete. I would have liked to have done that. Guess it's just another reason I need to get my farming level way the fuck up. Ay, 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 ay. I wonder if there's some way to buy the white berries somewhere. Love getting multiple good hits in a row. Oh, it's that guy's armor that looks like a... I keep seeing something go up this tree, and I know it's a person, but it looks like a spider almost. Like a really, like, lava spider or something, but it's just someone's, like... Halloween armor or something. Keeps getting me. Keeps getting me. Why is the skill in the top left 50 out of 49? Because I have used a potion that temporarily buffs the skill to be better than it can normally be. And it just ticks down over time. So I think it's actually really convenient, because if there's a quest that has a requirement to like be good enough with a skill, in theory you might be able to you know, put the skill beyond its actual required level to be like, oh hey, I'm good enough for this. When actually, no. But yeah, it's just showing that my current is higher than my maximum. What's the one underneath it? Strength. Which dictates how hard I hit. Oh, it's weird. Strength dictates what my maximum possible damage is. Which is that 11 number that has that fancy hit splash that I just got. That's determined by my strength and my weapon strength and stuff. Oops. So glad this is the last one. I love the werewolf task, now that I know it can give me actual good drops. Even if it's just one good drop. I still love it. But killing the werewolf takes a really long fucking time. Completed 32 tasks. I'm back up to 40 points again, which is kind of cool. And I can cast High Alchemy to use the helmet up. That's not where they're going. They go in here. Give me a... Don't give me any fire runes. Give me the fire battle staff so that I don't have to use any fire runes at all. One nature rune. Pop this on. Magic. High alchemy. 11,000 gold. Boom, back up to 90,000. Delightful. Right, let's chuck on my speedy sets since Mace redeemed the half hour of agility. Leave that in my inventory. And then also just give me the 2,000 gold that's just on the X thing. And teleport to Lumbridge. Run across into Alcarid, down to Polnavich. And then have a little runny round the circle in that good old agility course for half an hour. How's that gonna look in terms of level-wise? I might get myself a third of a level. Oh my god. Buy a pass from Shanty. Pass the Shanty guards. Travel with the rug merchant to Polnavich, and then run and get myself a drink. Be right back. Ah, wonderful. It's there. It's Aladdin time. Of course it's Aladdin time. Polnavich requires I become Aladdin. Chair, you got this. Did the chair do it? Did it manage? Should I hand the reins back over? Oh, I don't think I reset my experience, did I? Nope, I did not. Whoopsie. Oh well. So be it. I should actually start the timer, shouldn't I? That'd be a good idea. OSRS, 30 minutes. Go. Tick that redeem off. Thank you very much, Mace. Good thing about this is it gives me some time to assess where I'm at. And also it gives me some time to regenerate some health, which is nice. Okay, I still do not have a nature talisman. I do have my Avanto. Health regens over time. Yeah, you might be able to see it in the top right. This is my health up here. The 32 with the red thing next to it. It has a little like red outline that's slowly filling up around the outside of it. When that outline... It's not when the outline reaches all the way to full, it's just before it gets full, you will see my hit points actually tick up to 32. Now, to 33, sorry. And then it starts going round again. It's just very slow. It's very slow. Yeah, still need that nature talisman. I have the Avanto herb, and it's cleaned, so I can actually remove that. I need the Mort Maya mushroom, which I need to try and remember to get if I have another werewolf task. Because I'm already over there. Combat-wise, I'm now at 66.2. It's going to require so many more levels, it's insane. It's a shame the werewolves don't give ensouled heads. That would have been helpful. Then they would have been like the best drop possible. Best monsters I could do if they could give me ensouled heads as well. Oh, balls. Specifically because I want to train my herb lore. I think I want to try and get back into the swing of occasionally doing farming runs. Since I need that 38 herb lore for prayer potions. And I'm on 31, so I'm not terribly too far away, but farming gives me the herbs, which allows me to actually train it, so. And I am getting a lot of seeds from doing Slayer, so I should use them. Construction I do not give a shit about, to be honest. Farming for the watermelon as well. That's also another thing. And also for the whiteberry. Fishing 50. Better food. It's probably a better shout than the potatoes were. Because the potatoes are good, but they're such an arse to get like the crushed tomato and the eggs for. That it's so much busy work that I kind of just can't be asked to do it. A lot of the time. Crafting 63. I'm way closer to that now than I was. One more level of crafting, I can get myself the Vambraces. 63 is, what, 7 more levels? Oof. Oof, not 7 more levels. Why did it have to be 7 more? That's gonna mean... double the current experience. 360,000, eh? Hmm. 30,000 a pop. It would only take 6 times of doing it, in theory. Because I get 60,000 an hour, and I do it for half an hour. Usually. Not that bad. I would say, actually. Not too shabby. Then I've got a combat base of 55. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do in terms of training my melee stats at the moment is maybe get defense to 60, because that seems pretty nice. Okay, well I'm doing agility for an hour. Thank you, Raka, for adding on to the agility. Can I add to this timer, or is this timer so shit? This timer's just shit, okay. 53 minutes remaining is what I need to change it to instead. 53 minutes, go. There we go. Will that be enough to put me to 72? No. No, it won't. It will put me closer, but it's still not enough. How are you doing, Raka? It's good to see you. How's the day treating you? From this agility course, I think I get like... I can't remember what the correct rate was, but I think I get about 52,000 experience an hour. And to go from 71 to 72 is going to take 70,000 experience right now. So it's not enough. Wonderfully, hilariously. It just takes so friggin' long. So friggin' long. The wiki says 52.3 thousand an hour, yeah. I'm below whatever the wiki says though, because of I don't know if I have it at like full optimal clicks and all that stuff, you know. And the wiki's usually measuring in optimalness rather than me getting distracted by things. Delish. So absurd. The next level is probably going to be 90,000. Which means it would take 4 redeems to get 1 level. And the one after that is probably going to be 100,000, which is also 4 redeems. And this is the new course. The 80 is less experience a lab, but much faster labs, right? Level 80, eh? Do you reckon that will even be relevant? Do you reckon it will even get to that point? guy has the same gear? He does. Yeah. It's because this armor is just the best thing for that. Why do you say that? I just don't know if we'll get to level 80 agility. Due to like pure time reasons, you know? Just how much longer it takes. For the levels. Oh, I don't think I'm close to the fire cape at all. I don't think I'm anywhere fucking near, but... I'm thinking that level 79 to level 80 is gonna require how much experience? Like 200 and something thousand? That's a lot of time. And I'm only at 71. Hello, Mace. How was agility? I only just started it. 187,000, yeah. Which is... what? 8 redeems? For 1 level? Just don't know if it will happen. I am going to assume the entire time that I'm nowhere near the fire cape until suddenly I have it. 76 is the 10% mark. Not for me, it's not. What's so special about the fire cape? It's animated. That's it. I don't know. It looks cool, so I want it. The problem is, there's another one after it, which looks better. But it seems like it's a super duper hyper late game thing that people struggle to do, even the like super good, super skilled people. So like, I don't think I want that. But it looks really good. I'm assuming that the fire cape is also just like legitimately useful. I hope so. Like good stats or something to it. I would assume so, because you actually see people running around with them equipped when they're in combat things, so... people wouldn't wear it for no reason. Not in this game. Not in this game. So that'll be a nice thing to find out. Remember it having good stuff. I already know capes can have stats because the Ardoin one, the teleport one, has stats on it, so just makes sense, you know? You need to log into Brighter Shores today because they dropped a new quest. Ooh, nice. Do you know if it comes with any particular benefit? Or is it just the quest? We don't know. Okie doke. Interesting. They're being secretive? How dare they? Very cool. Very, very cool. Ugh. Ugh. Where to get those berries from, man? Those berries are really haunting me. There's got to be somewhere you can just buy them from a shop or something, but I don't even have the foggiest fucking idea where that would be. Like a gardening store next to a bush patch. Berries? I need white berries for a quest. And I had a brief flick over the page to see if I could find like a particularly easy spot to get them. And it was like a whole bunch of monster drops, which I didn't look through because that's spoilies. And then it was like one place in territory I can't get to. And then I think another place in territory I can't get to, or was just like, you're gonna die. And then fucking farming level 57 or something. Which is... Friggin' white breeze. But I didn't look if there was a shop you can get it from. Which might be the best outcome. Probably is. I have accepted that for something as specific as that, the game map is just too fucking humongous. The OSRS looks big? What does that mean? What? But really, the scale is weird? What are you talking about? Oh, the map, right, okay. You can get over half the map without too much time taken? Yeah. Especially if you've got teleports or this set with like full run energy. You can get through it real fast. Hello? It's not the size that's necessarily the issue in that regard, right? It's the detailing of like knowing the size of the map and then trying to individually find something that is a lot of information to store in your head for an incredibly specific thing. Not that hard in your opinion? What, crossing the map? Or something else? No Ford's head empty? Honestly, I kind of feel that way today. I didn't necessarily sleep fantastically, so I've got that, like, you know, that feeling you get behind your eyes where you're semi-tired, but not really. It's just like your eyes need to rest longer, but you're still awake. It's not particularly pleasurable right now. It's been you for several days. Oh god. No. No. I did it to myself, to be fair. There was a thing I was reading and I was enjoying it, so I just sort of lost track of time and how long I was reading it for, and then oops, it's fucking 20 past midnight. I was meant to be asleep fucking 50 minutes ago. Oopsie doopsie. Baines is streaming for you? Yo! Nice. Good old Bainesy boy. You went to bed early last night and it didn't help at all. It do be like that sometimes, right? You went to bed late and woke early. Yeah, same, actually. I woke up at like 20 to 7 instead of 7:30, which is when I normally try and get up. He's doing a bow only. That poor sod. Poor Baines. Twenty to 7 is 10 minutes after 7:30. Yes. Congratulations. well done, miss. No. What are you talking about? 20 to 7 is what? How could 22:07 be 10 minutes after 7:30? Huh? That's not 20 minutes to, that's 40 minutes past. Which is a really weird thing to say, but... that's illogical. Oh, no, this is the fucking Swedish bullshit, isn't it? Where we do it differently in England and in, potentially in Europe, but at the very least in Sweden. Where 7:30 is not 7:30. Even though that makes way more sense in my mind. 7:30 is 6:30, because it's halfway to 7, rather than halfway past 7. My alarm is set for 7:30. 07:30. I woke up at 06:40. I do not wake up at 6:30 in the morning. On the reg, that would be incredibly upsetting. Past half? Confused you when you started learning English, you remember? Yeah. It's really confusing to me why it's that way around in Europe. Because I know it's halfway to the hour. But like half 7 is like 3.5. It's what if you go by that logic, that's what I would think rather than 6:30. It's just what you grow up with, I suppose, but half to an hour feels confusing. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you still say, you can correct for me in German and Dutch, obviously, but it's still 10 past, 20 past, 22, 10-2. But then randomly you do half becomes half of the previous hour. Like you would say 10 past 7, 20 past 7, 20 to 8, 10 to 8, but half 8 is 7:30. Like that grammatical logic is just non-existent. That does not make sense. To me. Because you're saying 30 minutes too, I understand that. But because it's so split down the middle, it's just really weird. Really weird way to do it in my head. It's rounding up, I suppose. Makes my brain dribble out my ear a little bit. I hate language. Language sucks. Fuck language. It's absolutely insane. Up to 30, you name the current hour? Yeah. It just feels like inorganically confusing to me. Where you're like, it's halfway past. Feels like it makes more sense in my head, but it's probably just because I grew up with it. Hurts. It's caused much confusion in scheduling D&D as well. Hello, Melody. How are you? 5 over, 10 over, court over, yeah, 15, quarter of an hour. 10 to half. Yeah, see, that's fucked up. That is just the worst as well. It's 5 past, 10 past, quarter of an hour. Quarter past is what we would say in English, right? Understand that. But then you go full fucking French on it. It's 10 to half past. What?
It's 7 and 420s. Thanks, France. Go back to sleep. Like, why would you do that? Instead of just saying 25 past. Oh, let me just work out, right, so it's half, which means the hour before, but then it's 10 to half, which means 20 past 6. Do you do the opposite? That's what I want to know as well. Is it 5 past half? If you want to say 35? Guess what one good thing happened to you? Oh Christ, did you get a good night's sleep? It would make you the outlier in chat today, seemingly. So that's what I'm gonna go with. $10 to half, 5 to half. That is some French stuff for sure. I wonder if they do that in Swedish. I don't know. I know Halifem is 4:30. Germany, you round up. For example, it's shortly before 10:30. If it's like 9:25, yeah. I mean, we're incredibly lazy in English, and we'll always just be like, if it's like 9:27 or something, right? We'll just be like, it's 10:30. If it's 9:24, it's 20 past. In England, I should say. Really hard. Just saying half by itself is really inconvenient in general. Because unless you already have the linguistic rule for it in your mind, it doesn't really tell you much. 7:30? Half past? 2:30? 3:30? What? What are we going with? AM and PM is used in the UK, yeah. Yeah, the only time really that 24-hour time would be used is for military stuff, or specific appointments maybe would come and say 1600 hours. Although I feel like that's only ever really used if it's like 7 through 9, 10 o'clock or so. Or if you're looking at times at like the cinema or something, it will say, you know, 1500, 21:30. Rather than 3 PM, 3 AM. It's a wonderful, like everything else in the UK, it's a shitstorm of a mix. Why just use one thing that makes sense when instead you can use
centimeters, meters, and millimeters, but also use feet, inches, and miles. Kilometers. Just use all of it at the same time. It's not fucking brain breaking at all. Oh wait, it's the worst with that in the UK. With like stones and pounds, but then also like kilograms exist in some circumstances, and then tons as well, which I think might be part of stones and pounds, but I don't know. It's a disaster. Absolute disaster. Just use the fucking normal stuff. The stuff that all has like base 10 and works really well. Instead of this wonky ass shit. I think I still have 20 minutes of this, by the way. Yeah, 21 minutes left. I feel like my experience has not fucking moved up here either. Oi, 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 oi. It has gone a lot, because it was nowhere, but... the pain of agility leveling at this point. The nice thing about when I was leveling mining, at least, was because I was leveling mining by going for a specific number of ore rather than trying to do the levels at all. I never even paid attention and it just got to level 70. And then I was like, oh, huh, cool, it's there. Pounds is the easiest to calculate for you because it's almost half of a kilo, but not quite exactly. Does that apply to both American pounds and British pounds, though? Because I don't know if American poundage basically just ignores the stone and just keeps counting the pounds or not. I have no idea. I can't do any of the conversions. I'm basically having to whole ass learn how kilograms work properly at 30 fucking years old. Pound is both currency and weight, just to add the confusion, yeah. Yep. How many pound is there to the... how many pounds in a stone? It's really confusing. There's like 6.5 kilograms is a stone. So yeah, it's about the same then, right? Because I think it's 13. Pounds to the stone. I hate it so much. Pounds to the stone. There's 14. 14 pounds to the stone. You've never heard stone being used? It's because it's a UK thing, it's not an American thing. Whereas the Americans use pounds. The only time I have ever seen stone used in the UK is specifically to measure body weight. Nothing else. Here, a stone is 6.3 kilograms, so not quite half still works. For that one. You occasionally use pound when buying meat at the butcher shop, but that's the only instance. Yeah, you use it when at the butcher shop, we just use it to butcher our self-esteem. We're like, oh, I'm a fat fuck. I can't remember how much I weighed now. Do not remember. I think we might use it for maybe meat weight as well, but I don't anymore, so I don't remember immediately. Nor did I ever have the funds to go into a butcher shop to buy food. That's some rich people shit right there. I ain't got that kind of cash to splash. That's insane. Ugh. Rich people shit. The UK is very heavily split, at least I feel like it's very heavily split, between working class and upper middle class. And the working class doesn't necessarily really make enough money to be able to go and buy something from the butchers. In your supermarkets, meat is hardly cheaper. It is in ours. In the UK's. Oh, the quality is lower, but the price is also lower in the UK. Butcher's meat would be a lot. I feel like, at least I feel like where I was, butcher's meat would be a lot more expensive. So if you were going to the butcher's, you have at least some money to spend. Or you're old enough and lucky enough to be born in an earlier generation, to the point which probably means you don't have a mortgage anymore because you've paid it off if you had sustainable employment throughout your life. I wonder what that's like here. I can't even, like, go and have a peek because I don't think we have a butcher's in town, so. I can't just go out and be like, oh, what's the cost like compared to the supermarket? Knowing Sweden, I imagine it'd be a lot more expensive though. The thing, I don't know if this affects like Mace as much necessarily, but the thing that I know messes with my partner at least, so probably just the Swedes in general, and I think would fuck the Germans so unbelievably hard, is the difference in bread. Between the UK and Europe. Because your selection is like in the UK, it's pre-sliced white bread, maybe pre-sliced half and half, and then like brown bread. Maybe some stuff that's not sliced. And maybe something with like seeds in. That's it. Germans are obsessed. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I understand the want to have more variety in terms of what you can have for bread, but like, Germans are insane about it. The fucking... There's a specific machine, right? For slicing bread, which is amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. And then all the different types, and it gets to a point where it's too much. It's just like GU, yeah. There's so much filler. All those filler breads getting in the way of the actual breads. You don't know why you might. I love it.
It's the best. Every time I think about GU, I'm gonna think about German bread now. Deutsche Bread. Is it bread in German as well? Brot? Brot, right? Is it Brot? I don't know. It is Brot, okay. It's bread in Swedish. Svenska. Fucking Christ, help. You also have Semmel? Semmel? Is that like a different classification of bread or just a different word for bread? But some people use, my god, brotchen instead of Semmel. What is it? Does it just mean rolls instead? The classifications are fought over between regions. Oh god, it's like the Swedish pancake thing. Christ. Disaster. Swedes have, oh, I can't remember what the second one is. Pletta. And, pankaka. There's two different words for pancakes. But depending if you are in the northern part of Sweden or the southern part of Sweden, one means pancake in the oven, and the other one means pancake done in the pan, which are more like crepes. We've had this conversation before. But it's different in the north and the south, which one they used to refer to which one, and it's incredibly fucking confusing. Semmeln is a roll. Okay. A roll is just bread, though. A roll is just bread but round. I mean, it is. Technically speaking, a roll is a subdivision of bread. A loaf is a subdivision of bread as well, which is what most people think of when they say bread. They think of a loaf rather than a roll. Where did that man go? That man was trying to hail me and then he disappeared before I can dismiss him. Every major region gives Semmeln a different name. Oh, Christ. You guys really just can't agree on what a roll is. That's a nightmare. Are we talking like normal roll? Like relatively small? Or are we talking like round loaf? Because you can get some really big like loaves that are just round, and I don't know if that would constitute as a roll. In different regions. Regional fucking specific. Just to be confusing as hell. The small round ones. Okay, good, good. Good. Usually soft, but sometimes hard as well. Oh, that's probably, it's German. They're probably all over the fucking place. Obsessed with their bread. You got in-between ones. You posted it in the Discord. Oh, come on, jump up the thing. That's a fancy roll. Look at that. It's got a little butthole on it. Why did someone put a butthole on that roll? That is a roll, though.
Thoroughly a roll. Butthole roll. That's how they all look? Really? You don't have any just... I was going to say normal rolls. They are your normal rolls. Butthole roll, it has a butthole on it. It all goes into a puckered bit on top. That's a butthole. Can I have a good picture of just a roll, please? You don't want to see the alternate one? Oh no. There we go, there we go. I'll put this one in the Discord. This. Oh yeah, no, we have those as well. Those are funny. That, like, you don't have any rolls like that, what I posted in the Discord? Just incredibly soft white rolls. Because those, what you're posting look like hard rolls. Do you not have any soft rolls? They have that in northern Germany. Okay, okay. But not down in Bavaria. Right, right. Do you in Germany have what the Swedes call knäckebröd? It might be similar in German in terms of name, which is why I said it in Swedish. Which is just like bread that has essentially become hard enough that you could knock someone unconscious with it. It is designed like that on purpose, I believe. But it just snaps. Like there's no... It's just crust, basically. Incredibly hard crust. You do? Okay, okay. Yeah, that's knäckebröd. Okay, well, unfortunate. You have my sympathies. Unless you like it, at which point... Never talk to me again. Yeah, someone's gonna look at the media links later and be like, what the fuck were those two talking about? You hate knäckebröd? Yeah, no, knäckebröd is horrible. I don't understand. It feels like a World War II ration, you know? Like, we moved past this, we don't need to keep eating this anymore. Because it is? Yeah, I mean, it probably is, right? You're like, guys, we're not in the war anymore. You can put the fucking knäckebröd down. I have 22 seconds left on my timer, which means this will be the last lap. Your dad loves them. I feel like it is an older people thing. And I'm wondering if that's because of, like, upbringing. Or if it's just a thing that as you age, you just decide to fall in love with bread that's harder than your teeth are. I don't know. Since he's Italian, it makes sense. They love bread there as well. Oh, God. Yeah. Italian German. The bread crossbreed. The crossbreed? Bread breed. Didn't marry for love, married for bread. Huh? Don't mind me. I've just gone insane because I did agility for a full fucking hour. Don't worry. Okay. What we're gonna do is incredibly stupid, but apparently on the Lava Dragon Island in the wilderness there's a whiteberry spawn. So I'm gonna go and do that. Probably ill-advised. I love ill-advised. Bo, 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 bo. I'm also sure that something called Lava Dragon Isle is just a truly delightful place where magic and joy is. And nothing bad will happen to me at all. Definitely doesn't sound like the name of a place where dreams go to die. That would be preposterous. Don't I have a U, Shorbo? I do. If I have a short bow, I can't use my shield. No. But my dragon shield. I need my... this. Maybe I can just switch between. Just in case Lava Dragon Island sounds like it might have, perchance, lava dragons on it, so... Kind of want to get ahead of the curve there, you know? Could I teleport to Varrock? No. Why lava drags? I need white berries, and apparently there's white berries up there. Wouldn't it be better to take the lever? Actually? Pardon me. You want to recommend something? Does it involve not dying? Because if so, I'm probably about to go and die. Don't plan to die, but it happens. But plan for death. I have teleport specifically so I can try and get out as soon as possible, but yeah. Wait, shit, I don't have a thing. Oh, someone already cut it. Okay, good. Wait, can I get down there through this bit because of the big fucking wall? Oh, shit. God damn it. I have an amulet that allows me to teleport to the fucking enclave. I'm an idiot. Why did I come here? There's apparently some in there, somewhere. I left my fucking explorer's ring on, fuck. I mean, it's good, but also fuck. Okay, someone is probably in here. What's the likelihood that any of them care about me? Probably not very high. These people could all attack me. I see the berries. I need to get to level 20 wilderness. Okay. Okay, please do not try and kill me. You're level 8. Cool. People PK on any reason, yeah. The thing I was scared of was PKing. I thought I'd be fine against the dragons because I've got the anti-dragon shield and I can pray mage. So I didn't really think that they were a problem, to be honest. I could probably kill those. If I had a spare crossbow. Oh, moss giants. Hi, moss giants. A decent little chunk of chaos runes here, eh? Interesting. Good morning, Phoenix. Oh shit, there's a person there. Fuck, run away. With situational awareness of a fucking dead fish. Wildy, trust me, I don't want to be here. Hello, green dragons. Green dragons, I know. I know where I am. Good. We're safe. Everything is wonderful and lovely. I did not die. Astoundingly. I left my fucking gear on by accident. Oh my god, I'm a... Oh. Dude, that would have been so bad if I died. I left my power Ami, which I only have one of on. I left graceful on. I left my one holy blessing on. Oh. How we end up here? I want to do a quest that got redeemed, but I didn't have white berries. And earlier when I saw that the only way to get them was to go into there, I immediately went, fucking no. Because I didn't want to go in there. Okay, I need to quickly run to the loo real quick. Give me just a second. Hello. What quest got redeemed? Hand in the sand. Is what got redeemed. Oh, did I need a bullseye lantern or a bullseye lens? I need to craft a bullseye lens? How the fuck do I do that? Plus. Oh, a bullseye lantern lens? I've already got loads of those. Yeah, I think I've got that one sorted. Where are they? Let me take one of my 1100. Talk to Betty to find out how to finish the truth serum. Okay, let me teleport to Port Sarim. Well, let me teleport to Varrock, which is Falador, which is closer to Port Sarim than here. Falador. You've never heard of it? There's a guy called Bert, and he found a hand in the sand, and then the rest of the quest is just entirely made up of puns about hand-related things. That's all you need to know, really. Give me a hand here, for example. I haven't got a hand in this. It's just the entire quest. I'm assuming it helps me in some way, because Ramhard said you're welcome when it was redeemed, so hello. Makes the person who drinks it unable to hide in the shadow of lies. The light of truth will shine. Betty places the vial on her counter. Sorry, what? Stand in the open doorway, put the focus on the empty vial on my desk, and you'll pour the serum into it. Okay. Stand in the open doorway and use this on this. Betty pours the potion in, it heats up and shatters. After a few seconds, she gives you a vial of truth serum. Something personal from the person who needs to tell the truth, otherwise it won't work. I'll see if I can find something. Thank you. You got interrupted by ads, you heard it has puns. Yeah, it's called Hand in the Sand, and all they do is just make a whole bunch of hand puns, basically. I need a personal effect. I don't know if I have a personal effect from... Who was I even meant to use it on? I don't remember. Was it the Brimhaven person? Was it Bert? I genuinely do not recall. Let me go back and talk to the mage. Because I believe he was the person who sent me after the truth serum. Examine. Fluid sloshes innocently in this vial. I love the idea of how messed up Truth Serum is if you think about it. Like, espionage is fucking horrifying to commit when someone can just feed you a potion and then boom, you're screwed. That's scary, man. Ding-a-ling. Can you help me more? Bring me a vial and I'll help you more. What? The fuck? Am I meant to do? Right now? Hello, my king? My king? Hello, Enten? My faithful servant, I suppose? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Just because I actually do not remember what happened before I actually went over to that lady. I need to get a personal effect from Sandy. Okay. Who is in Brimhaven. Good. Got it. Got it. So I need to get a personal effect from him somehow. Have I done lunar diplomacy yet? I've never heard of it, so probably not. No, I do not even have prereqs for it. Look up what you need. Shoppers are unavailable. Lunar diplomacy requires 10 more levels in magic, 5 more levels in crafting, like fucking 19 levels in firemaking. No, 8 levels in firemaking. The Fremenic Trials and Shiloh Village. Shiloh Village requires Jungle Potion. Jungle Potion I can do. The Fremenic Trials I can also do, apparently. Show as hide. Show as hide. Huh? No, these are show as unavailable. These are hide. There we go. There we go. Correct way around now. Right. What do I need to do? I need to go to Sandy and figure out what's going on over there. And you know what? I'm actually just going to grab a shitload more money out so I can just take the fucking boat wherever I need to go and it's not going to be a problem. That should be good. We get Fire Emblem Echoes again today, Enten. In the latter half of the stream today. I am praying it is not torture, but I fear it is going to be torture. Thank you for the Pheromonic Trials, Phoenix. I probably won't get to that today because after this quest time, I probably won't have enough left, just so you know. Can I pickpocket Sandy? You felt something, but it slipped through your fingers? What? Oh shit, well, good, I didn't. You rummage around in Sandy's pocket, you find a small amount of sand. Sandy has sand in his pockets? Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? Okay, I can take the ship from over there to Port Sarim. Hopefully it won't cost a shitload. This is just around the fucking corner. You needed some good news today. I'm also gonna at least initially play Ulm's side of the campaign so I don't lose my fucking mind. I'm hoping I'll have the thing done by the time we get to September. That would be really nice. Awooga again? The double Awooga. It keeps getting better. What's the Slayer level at? 50. Actually. Next you're gonna tell me I'm gonna show feet? I don't have any socks on. I can tell you that. You need to be searched? Why? Asgani has banned the import of intoxicating spirits. What if I charter to Port Sarim? How much does that cost? 500? Okay, cool. This isn't Port Sarim, this is Cavaby. Hold on a second. That ain't right. Scam? Yeah, just scam myself out of 1,000 fucking gold. Gold, dang it. I don't want to do the one that takes intoxicating spirits because I would say that depending on your definition, a truth serum could be classified as something that would intoxicate you in some degree, shape, or form. So, I'd rather not. Something personal, but sand straight from his pocket. That's excellent. Don't forget to dilute it in something like tea or coffee. Okay, well he had a coffee cup on his mug, so on his desk. He had a coffee cup on his mug? I guess he's gonna put the coffee cup to his mug because it's gonna go to his face. Bum 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 ba da da dum. Da 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 da. I want to go to Brimhaven. Brimhaven. This quest is going to cost me a decent chunk of money, eh? Oh, I can take the charter ship from here? Oh, okay. You can travel to both sides of this place. It's convenient. It echoes again. I am looking forward to the music of Echoes. It's got good music. Although I can't remember the music from the second half on Album's side. I don't know if it's the same as it was for Celica's or if it was different. Use the truth serum on the coffee mug. You need to distract Sandy before doing that. Don't have time to talk to you, go away. The pygmy shrews have eaten all the sand. Wow, I must see this. Use the truth serum on the coffee cup. A little while later, you watch him drink it. Hello. You need to activate the magical scrying orb. Oh, fuck. Is there a bank here? Son of a... I completely forgot about that thing. If I can take the ship to Brimhaven. To Ardoin, sorry. Go to Ardoin. And then the bank isn't terribly too far away. I can grab the orb. Orb! And then... take it back, do the thing, make it all work. That might be quest done at that point. Hopefully. Oh, we might need to find the the wizard, maybe the dead wizard. That might be somewhat important. What did I need? I needed the orb. This thing, which is specifically in this tab, so that I remembered where it was. Mm-hmm. Good job, mate. I would like to go to Brimhaven, please. At least this is cheap as hell. It's like 20 friggin' coins to do this. As opposed to the charter ships, which are super expensive. Man is named Sandy. Runs a business to do with sand. And has sand in his pockets. This guy really got hit hard by the nominative determinism, eh? Hello. You need to activate it. I have activated it. There you go. I'm gonna answer all of your. I'm gonna ask you some questions. I want you to answer me truthfully. Okay. Why is Bert's rota different from the original? Because I changed it. Why doesn't Bert remember the change in his hours? I bribed a wizard to put a spell on him so he would believe everything I say. Why? So that I can make him work longer without paying him more. What happened to the wizard? I killed him, so I wouldn't have to pay him and no one would know. I put his body in the next load of sand. Have enough evidence now? You could go for now, but I think you're up to your neck in it. Sandy has told you all he knows. The magic scrying orb is full and needs to be returned to the wizard in Yenil. Get fucked, bozo! We got him. We got him. He's gonna be in trouble with the wizards. The wizards. Hello, Ganners. On to something? No. On something? Yes. Oh, if only. I'm just neither. Not on something and not onto something. Da, da. Do, do, do. Ring the bell. Oh wait, he's already here. Hi. You hand the scrying orb. Please bring me 5 earth runes and a bucket of sand. Why? Don't question me or end up as brain dead as that legless guard captain. What the fuck, my man? What the hell? I've been helping you this entire time. I know you just found out your apprentice is dead, but like, come the fuck on. Alright, shit stain, here you go. Let's have those watch and learn. The wizard chants and your attention is taken to the sandpit where Bert found the hand. My sand, my lovely sand. Something very strange happens to the sandpit as it's filled itself up. Infinite sandpit. I mean, it was infinite sandpit anyway, but... Ooh. The sandpit will now magically refill. No more work for Bert. We must find the rest of Clarence. I've sent some wizards out to some of the sandpits. Could you please check the Entrana sandpit? Okay. I'm not a wizard, but sure. Probably gonna be better to do a straight teleport to Falador for this one. Whoop. They should let me wear this stuff because it's not armor, I imagine. The staff I will have to put away because you can beat people to fucking death with it. This man is stealing from the guards. Hold on a second. At least he's not killing them. Although I don't have any air runes, but it's fine because I'm going to teleport back to Yunil in all likelihood. With a random piece of a wizard corpse. This guy is a real dumbass, by the way, huh? He slave labors one of his employees with magic wizard mind power, and then kills the wizard so that there's no proof. Understandable. I got it at that point. You know? Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to have any of this on, either. But then... you bury... the fucking... most incriminating piece of evidence in the sandpits that belong to you? Which one of your employees fills up? That was a negative intelligence move, quite frankly. Talk to Myzen. Hello. There's been an incident. Do you have any body parts? Found the most awful thing in my sandpit, a head. I need to take it back to be buried. You're very strange, but if it means I get rid of this horrid thing, thank you for the wizard's head. Examine the wizard's head. A decapitated, sand-covered head. Man's just asking to be caught if he's doing dumb shit like that. Teleport to Anduin. Well, he's gonna be like the first person people go to, right? Because it's like, oh hey, you're in charge of the sandpits. What's going on? Why is there corpses in your sandpits? Very small brain move. I kind of also want to grab me Graceful and my cloak, because the teleport will take me mildly closer. Like, over there, closer. Don't like sand, it's coarse and rough and irritating, it gets everywhere. including into this dead wizard's head. You don't want that when you're a corpse, do you? Sand in your neck hole? That's just not good. That's just not good at all. It's got sandy eyeballs. Ooh. Blech. That sounds incredibly painful. Ding-a-ling, bitches. Hello. I got his head. Ah, that's poor Clarence. I knew him, Mr. Hexy. God damn it. We shall bury him today. I've sent word for the guards to arrest Sandy. No one will ever see him again. Nice. I got 9,000 crafting experience, 1,000 thieving experience. Nearly puts me up gives me like half an experience of a crafting level. That's nice. Wizard Guild Rune Store access. Okay. The Wizard's Guild Rune Store access. It's the correct way to say that. And a secret reward from Bert. Hello. Thank you for helping us to lay Clarence to rest and lock up his murderer. What are the requirements to get in the Wizards Guild? You need a magic level of 66. Okay. So I've got access to their rune store, but I can't go into their building to buy any runes. Good. A secret reward from Bert. Bert, what is this reward I've been promised in your stead? Bertie boy. Talk. Good news? Good news would be always handy. They arrested Sandy for the murder of a wizard and the sandpit now refills itself. Me job, I've lost me job. How can you say that be good news? My wife will tear me from limb from limb. Don't worry, the wizards are going to pay you a large pension so you can retire. But what I'll be doing with me day now? I'll be loving the sand. You could build sandcastles with your own two hands. I don't think so. But if you ever need someone to haul buckets of sand around, you'd be letting me know, Miss Sosie. I can help you. It'd be great. Buckets of sand direct to my bank every day. Once per day, you may ask Bert to help you by carrying 84 buckets of sand to your bank. Just tell him to. Sand, Bert. He delivers sand to my bank. Thank you, Bert. Oh, it's a medium task. Look at that. Dropped it off a while ago. Maybe come back tomorrow for some more. 64 sand every day, and all I have to do is talk to this man? Or 84, sorry. That's like, what, 3 inventories worth? 8, 16, 24, and 20. Yeah, it's 3 inventories worth of sand. That's nice. That's a good reward. I am happy with that. Very happy with that. Let me put this bad boy on. Did I have... I have already done those, okay. Got so many rings of Dorling just around the place. Okie dokie. There we go. All done. And it's another quest off the list. And a medium diary. That was mighty helpful. Thank you, Ramhard. I appreciate it. Also, having the frickin' medium diary thing done is actually super goddamn helpful. Because of... what do you call it? I want to upgrade the cape at some point, and that's one of the requirements done. Just very good. Nice. Well,
I think that leaves RuneScape at a very good spot there. So that will be me done for today with RuneScape. I will be back in around 15 to 20, it's probably going to be more like 10 to 15 minutes today, let's be honest, with some Fire Emblem Echoes. Otherwise, if you're just here for RuneScape, tomorrow, same time as it was today. You can see when that will be in your local time on that link there. I will be back in just a little bit. See you in a second.